A little bit about myself. I grew up in Dublin, in Ireland, and I was teacher trained there, and I'm very interested in sport as well as education, and ended up representing Dublin in underage hurling. Left Ireland after teaching for a couple of years. I actually had a year teaching in Greece, teaching English there, but I changed career and was in IT for about 14 years, working for the airlines, and that allowed me to travel around the world. So I've actually lived in a number of different countries. So when one of the projects I worked on was for Qantas back in the 90s, which is my first experience living in Australia. From there we went to New Zealand. Went back to Europe, but when the chance came to return to Australia, absolutely loved the opportunity of doing that, so I came back. And for a few reasons, my niche area in IT ended up not being available anymore to me, so I decided to return to teaching. Return to teaching just as my daughter Ellie started school, so it was a really good time for me at that time. So this time I started teaching IT. So I started teaching IT for Brigidine College, and after that I took the opportunity to move into an ICT integrator role at St Augustine's College, which is where I am now. So I really enjoy teaching IT to the students, but also to helping teachers integrate IT practices into their teaching. So okay, so the role of social media in education. Well, for me, going right back to when I was in school myself, I remember some of my teachers telling me that no man is an island, and so I've taken that kind of concept on board all the way through everything I do. I want to be able to help others, and by collaboration, help us do a better job with what we can do with all our resources. So now with 21st century education, the ability to use social media to collaborate is just absolutely sensational. One of the things I've done is recently was to present Pechukacha at the Teach Meet for Sydney North, on the whole basis of collaboration, and I explored it with the concept of the wall, Pink Floyd's The Wall, and exploring some of the ideas that were in that rock anthem that I grew up with as a teenager. But I'm exploring the concept of the wall being, is it a barrier to collaboration, or is it something that should be seen as a means for allowing us to build bricks for helping with using social media tools for collaborating. So one of the things that I explored in that was the concept of, as educators, do we prevent collaboration by putting in proxies and stopping people from having that free collaboration, or do we allow people to collaborate freely, make mistakes, learn from mistakes, and have better learning opportunities as a result? I'm inclined to go with the latter, but but by doing so, I would expect that teachers would be role model digital citizens. So digital citizenship is something that is, in my mind, is very important with the whole onslaught of social media. So in order to do that, I think the students need to see, what it's like to be a good digital citizen, and by that I mean, if we prevent them from being able to collaborate freely, we're putting them in a cocoon in school, and then allowing them to, hit the big bad open world when they go home. So I think from that perspective, I think we need to allow more open collaboration through social media, so that students can see quite clearly what a good digital citizen is. What are my strengths? I believe one of my biggest strengths is that I have a very strong passion for what I do. I feel very strongly about integrity as well. So putting the two together, I love to help people as well. So all of that mixed in together. I love to help teachers integrate technology into the classrooms. I have a passion for it. I think there's so much possibilities with integrating technology into education. But as far as I'm concerned as well, it comes down to it's not necessarily all about the technology. It's about using it in the right way. So if you get, for example, if you give a bad teacher technology, bad teachers can possibly look worse with technology. But if you give a good teacher a good tool, technological tool to use, the teaching can end up being sensational. And that's what I've experienced that in my own classrooms, and I certainly want to push that on to other teachers. So it's that passion that I have that is one of my biggest strengths. And I've been using that in recent times to connect with schools around the world, and it's that the qualities of the educators that I meet through Google Plus Hangouts and Twitter, it's absolutely sensational, and we're tapping into a fantastic set of resources, again by collaborating and getting the best out of our talents from around the world, pooling them all together, just putting all our strengths together. It's not just my strength, it's all our strengths, collaborative strengths together. It's just we're going to end up with a sensational project. So yeah, my strengths: passion, drive, dedication, commitment, and integrity. Well, what advice do I have for other teachers? Well, there's so many things out there in social media that the only way we can learn how to work with all these tools is to engage with our learning network on Twitter, and just with the students, just let them have a go. Sure, we'll find stuff that doesn't work so well, and some stuff the students will make mistakes with, but I think it's a good learning opportunity as well to actually allow students and teachers to learn from mistakes, because the learning can be quite powerful when we explore and find things out. Okay, so what questions do I have? Well, I would like to know if every teacher out there is going to teach me. It's a fantastic opportunity to learn from like-minded professionals. Also, if any teachers out there would like to connect their classrooms with other classrooms around the world, I've got a fantastic project happening at the moment. And if anybody would like to join Connected Classrooms project, just contact me. I'll put a link to my Connected Classrooms project in the transcript for this interview, and please follow the link. We've got an Ning going on there, and we've got some really cool projects happening between different continents. There's one coming up that I know of that's going to explore celebrations and festivities around the world, and so the idea there is to get students talking about how different celebrations happen in their own country. But they're going to share that with their peers around the world, and it's a very exciting project coming up. So if any teachers out there would like to join the Connected Classrooms project, just please contact me. And thanks, John.